Hey everyone, it's Mike from Mike Olson Art. I hope everyone's having a great day today. As usual, thank you guys so very much for taking the time out of your day to check in and hear a little bit more about some of these art cards that I've been working on. Today's project is really a fun project. It's actually the fourth time that I've had the chance to draw this particular card, and for good reason. This card is absolutely one of the highlights of the hobby. It's a beautiful card, it's a history-making player, and it's a dynasty team. And all of those things can only add up to the 1952 Mickey Mantle. All right, guys, so here is card number 14 from series number 3. And like I just mentioned, and this card really needs hardly any introduction, but the 1952 Mickey Mantle from Topps. I love drawing this card, and I'm always happy when you guys reach out to do this one. There's a lot that went into this card, even though it's the fourth time I've done it. So why don't we just dive right in and take a quick look. All right, guys, so here is our handmade 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card. You know, if you are a card collector or in the hobby, you know this card. This card is instantly recognizable. It's a card that if you are a collector, you are always have your eyes peeled for this card because it's just a beautiful card. And honestly, it's an expensive card. It's hard to get your hands on, so it's quite expensive if you want the real thing, which makes, getting a handmade reproduction a little easier and a little more cost effective. So I think recently, as recent as 1986, there was a story about a man named Mr. Mint Rosen, who actually found a ton of 1952 Topps in a house in Lowell, Massachusetts. And when he went through them all, he actually found 5,500 gem mint cards, and that included 75 of this Mickey Mantle card. So what an amazing haul. But not everybody is lucky enough to get their cards that way, and a lot of people, the closest they'll get to a Mickey Mantle 1952 Topps is at a card show or somewhere where it's on display. Rarely do you get one where you can actually hold it in your hands. So I hope that by me being able to make these, it gives some people the opportunity to actually hold a Mickey Mantle card in their hand. While it might not be the exact original, I try my darndest to make this one as close as humanly possible to the original. And that means a lot of little details, which are always difficult. I think the hardest part about working on this card, and a lot of people would think it's the face. For me, this blue background is one of the most challenging parts of this card. I've got to kind of mask out Mickey's face at the beginning so that I can paint this whole area in without, leaking into his face or into the border. And doing that while, remaining consistent with your paintwork is always challenging. So getting that blue background to be nice and flat and smooth is definitely one of the biggest challenges of this card. Next to, of course, the tiny stars. There are 64 of these tiny stars. There's always 64 of these tiny stars, and they are always a challenge to get those dots in the right spot. For now, they're still dots. I'm going to figure out a way to make these into stars at some point without making a complete mess of this. But for now, really nice yellow dots. And I think that from a distance, you'd never know. They look really great. They pop right out. So, those little dots, another really tricky part of this card design. So that is a little bit about the card front. Flip this over. Our card back here, you'll notice I did a little different than some of the other cards that I work on. Last couple Mickey Mantles, I did something a little special down here and threw the Yankee logo in for this particular customer. Took that color and put a little bit of it up into this flourish at the top, and I think that it really ties this particular card together. I think it's a really great way to put a nice card back on such a, amazing, legendary card. So that is our card back. Flip it back over quick to just take another look at our card front. Like I said, I generally don't, reproduce the same card more than once. But when it comes to this card, it's just a card that so many people want, so many people ask for. I am going to continue to keep making this card, and I really, really do enjoy it. So please keep reaching out and asking for this one. All right, so that is a little bit more of the story behind this fourth version of the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card. This card is always fun to work on, and like I said, out of all the baseball cards, this 1952 Mantle really encapsulates, collecting and the hobby, and I'm always going to be interested in remaking this card. So if you guys have ever wanted a 1952 Mantle and this is the closest you can get, just reach out. I'd love to make another one of these for you guys. So thank you to the collector that reached out and wanted to do this one. It was a blast as usual, so thank you. All right, guys, that is it. A little bit more about the 1952 Mickey Mantle. I loved all four of these cards that I've gotten the chance to make, and I cannot wait to make number 5. So anybody that is interested in a 1952 Mickey Mantle card, please reach out. You can reach me here on Instagram, or you can head over to MikeOlsonArt.com and talk to me there about the card that you'd like to make. Like I always say, there's no card that we can't create together. So reach out. I'd love to talk. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.